Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hello, Legacy, Phantom, Casp, Sod. Hello. Welcome. I just know that the Sunday stream starts about when my cat eats. Nice. I just know when your cat's hungry. It's like I have a telepathic connection to your cat. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome. All right, so where I live has been going crazy. Last summer around this time, we had no rain. We got nothing for precipitation. It was dry as hell last summer. We're getting dumped on now this year. It's raining outside right now. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this much rain. It's so weird. Like, we might actually not be on a fireworks ban for the 4th of July for Independence Day just cuz we're getting so much fucking rain. It is absurd. Welcome to Florida weather. It rains at 4 p.m. Well, okay, but you're in Florida. I'm in, literally, by definition, a fucking desert. It's crazy. Colorado, by definition, is a desert. We're not used to this much rain. Because, I remember, last summer, working at the golf course, our big thing was we had to hose water, every fairway, because we had to hose water every fairway because we were getting no rain. Everything was just so dry. This summer, I don't think we're going to have to do that. I don't think we're going to have to hose water shit because of how much rain we're getting. It is crazy. But climate change is real. Usually it's 30 to 35 C. It was 16 C on. Yeah, that's been awful. It was we got some really weirdly hot days. It was so I went to see Subtronics a month or two ago, and it was a 2-day concert. The Friday concert the Friday set that he played was 70 degrees Fahrenheit, super nice, super sunny. And then the Saturday, the day that we went to, it was 30 degrees, freezing, with sleet and snow coming down. It was fun as hell, but it was awful. And it just flipped like that. It was back to back. First day, sunny and nice. People were raving shirtless. And then the second day, we were freezing our asses off. God, yeah. Climate change, y'all. It sucks. Alrighty. Let's get going. So I have no idea what I'm doing today. We're probably gonna be doing a story quest. I don't know, maybe we do a hangout. I haven't done a fucking hangout in a long ass time. So maybe we do that, maybe we don't. I don't know, we'll see. What's up, Medieval? Welcome. Welcome. Transition. There we go. See how this, what's up with this game? Claim, I don't do the surveys, even though I probably should. It's fine. Close that. I don't actually want to watch that. Ew, this game, bro, I don't know what you expect. Sunday streams. Genshin. That's what we do. Justification. Yeah, I know. There's nothing going on in this game. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna do something in it. I don't know. Just leave till 4.0. Might as well do something. I've got world quests to do. We chill, we talk. I don't know. Everybody is dead? Yeah, I know. But like, I still have a lot of story quests, a lot of hangout quests. I do want to like take the time to slowly chip away at the stuff I've accumulated over years of of neglect. Literally upwards of a year and a half, 2 years of complete neglect. So I might as well. Until 4.0, just take a week or two, or like a day or two every week, just to kind of catch up. I don't know. I feel like I have an obligation to do this, just because of how much I've been neglecting this game over the past couple of years. So, do you think Fontaine will be as good as Sumeru? I sure hope so. I definitely hope so. I mean, like, I feel like Hoyo has kind of regained their footing with the game. And so I have confidence that they'll be able to execute on Fontaine. So.
If we bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life.
Okay, let's see. It's over here.
The wind knows me.
Because I haven't done any of the events or the character story quests. I mean, yeah. And that totally is fair, but like, I still want to... Like, I feel like I'm not done with this game until I reach AR 60.
No, my sword.
And like, I want to at least get to 59, if not 60. So like... I don't know. And in order to actually do that, I actually have to do the fucking quests and shit. Over that way. After reaching 60, I got instantly bored. Exactly. I want... Before I actually put this game down for good, I'm at least getting 60. Who knows? And like, I will admit, a lot is riding on Fontaine. If Fontaine drops the ball, I might drop this game like entirely for a substantial amount of time. But if Fontaine can actually impress me, then I might stick with the game. It's just been nice to have another game to kind of focus myself on. And like, that's honestly the only reason why I'm still playing this game, is because HSR came out when it did. And like, I don't know. HSR came out when it did. It was a really good needed break to tell me, hey, you're burnt out. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Wow, thanks for telling me. I spent too much time in a Genshin. Yeah, but also I feel like the time that I have already spent is much worth it at this point. Like, I'm still gonna keep playing the game. Obviously, I'm gonna keep playing the main story. I don't think I will actually fully, entirely drop this game until we have completed the Teyvat story arc. But like, I probably won't be doing events or pulling for characters if Fontaine does not catch my interest. Like if they don't do gameplay well in Fontaine, then I'm only going to play this game for the story, for the main story, see how things go. But I don't know. I want to see how Zenless Zone Zero plays. Yeah, I had no intention of even dealing with Zenless Zone Zero until I watched Azriel work on his like closed beta test video. And I was like, whoa, this is actually really interesting. And so now I'm actually kind of intrigued about ZZZ, which, yay, but also I don't need another fucking gacha. The last thing I need in my life is another goddamn gacha. But like from the little I've seen, it feels like if Jet Set Radio was set in a fake utopia. Like that's the vibe I get from ZZZ. Control your urges, my dude. I don't have control. It's like that's like a thing with ADHD. I don't have impulse control. That's it. That's that. Come here. Come here. There you go. I want to be able to quit when the story's over, but we don't know if this is only part one of the story. Yeah, it is implied that this is only part one, with how they said Teyvat story chapter. You know, like that implies that there's other story, like other chapters of this game to happen later, but we don't know. I'm at least seeing the Teyvat chapter to the end. I don't know what's after that, but at the very least, I'm seeing the Teyvat chapter to the end. I've never known where this one is, but someone who plays HI3, I'm pretty sure there's more. Oh, there's definitely more, but it's just getting the big part. But what happens after it just ends? What about all the money? I mean, gacha games have shut down before. Like there have been plenty of live service gacha games that have just shut down, and you can't play anymore. That happened with Brave Frontier. I put like a couple of bucks into Brave Frontier, and they shut down recently. I can't play that game anymore. That happens. That's part of the, that's kind of part of the whole deal that you make when you buy gacha. When you buy gacha games, is just, yeah. Yeah, it's you're paying for a service. Or paying for a product.
Time to go.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
I mean, it's less a problem of the live service game and more just, I don't know. It's just how spending money works. That's partly why I don't put money into the game Genshin, because of the service close. I'd be disappointed. Fair enough. I feel like putting money into the game, I feel like I'm enjoying it while it's here. You know, it will have to end eventually, but I'm enjoying it while I can. And like the game won't keep going unless Hoyo gets at least some income. So spending money keeps the servers up, keeps them developing, tells them, hey, I want more of this. Because like it as much as they like to pretend that they actually listen to the community through things like the forums, like the surveys that they send out, they don't listen to those. It's the money that they listen to. So yeah. Well, stream number 4. Welcome. There's a big issue with pure free-to-play if you're getting thousands of hours of gameplay. No, well, okay, so here's the thing, Magikarp. There's nothing ethical, like, there's no obligation to spend money in a game where the company is giving it to you for free. There is no obligation to spend anything because the company is giving you it for free. If there was a moral obligation to spend money, then they would require you to pay up front for the game, but they don't. If there is the option there is no obligation. I wouldn't worry about it. GGZ is still going. Yeah, fair enough. When did GGZ even come out originally? Because I know HI3 came out in 2016. Why are Ayato and Ganyu not loading? There we go. I'm also pretty sure the game earns more money by being... Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is kind of the truth of gacha games. They do, like, that's part of the business model. Give you a free game and, like, get you hooked on the gameplay and then, you know, get you to spend money to be better at the game. But, you know, we've all kind of accepted that's how gacha has been doing it for years. Diablo 4 charges you up front and has microtransactions, but that's also Blizzard. That's not like that's not a good thing to compare anything against because it's Blizzard. Blizzard is like the worst company in gaming right now.
This is getting interesting.
That hurt, actually. I haven't done this domain in so long. I know. I'm like, I'm gonna just, instead of building new characters, I'm just gonna refine my Hu Tao, because my Hu Tao's been like half decent for so long, running a meme build of 2-piece Noblesse, two-piece Crimson Witch. I'm like, I should just 4-piece Crimson Witch at this point. Give her a proper fucking build. Clash Royale's gacha is the best in my opinion. No banners. Sometimes you can just get a specific card in a shop to buy for them. That's not gacha though. That's just trading cards. Ooh, hot. In PGR, I can get every. Oh yeah, isn't the PGR isn't the PGR PC client out, or is that not yet? I don't know why I left. I actually need to check that flower. This is her current flower. Not very good, all things considered. Where's the new one that I just got? This one. Punishing Grey Raven, yeah. It's a really neat game. I tried it for like 2 seconds, but it was only on mobile. So now that the PC client is out, I might actually try it again. Because I don't like gaming on mobile. That's just not how I roll. I've never really enjoyed it all that much. This is actually a good feather. Oh. Pop off, okay. Cause yeah, the Punishing Grey Raven, like, the Punishing Grey Raven gacha is very, very, very forgiving. And also they just give you hella free shit. They give you so much free shit, it's actually kind of absurd. But yeah, so I might get back into PGR. We'll see what happens. That's actually a really solid feather. Switch. Whoop. Look at that, 200. Was Mobius Final Fantasy? I heard about that. I never played it. Wasn't Mobius Final Fantasy out for like 2 seconds? And then they shut it down. But yeah, I might. Honestly, if I get bored of and I don't want to do things, I might honestly play PGR in the stream. A few years. Okay, that's longer than I thought it was. I would have to download it though. It's a small game though. Who knows? We might. Because I did enjoy it for like the 2 seconds I played it, but it didn't click for me because, you know, it didn't click for me because I played it on my phone, because it was only on mobile for a while.
I will have order.
And like that's kind of one thing I really think they should have thought about, was having it on PC at launch, because it came out like last year. Like PGR came out last year. It should have been on PC this entire time, but they just released the client. Another day of thanking God for not making me a gacha player. For the longest time, I was very good at not being a gacha player. I only played Brave Frontier for like 2 seconds when I was a kid, too young to realize how dumb gacha games are. And then this game came around, and now I'm a gacha gamer, and it's... I have problems. And like, it's the worst thing because, you know, I have, you know, a mental disorder that makes it hard for me to control impulses. Like, that's like, and I play gacha games, and it's a mistake. It's very much a mistake. Multiform gacha is where big money is right now, yeah. But it's also weird how, like, multiform gacha games are churning out some of the highest, like, some of the highest quality stuff in the market right now. Are you diagnosed? Yeah, I'm actually diagnosed. I'm like medicated for it and everything. We're the target audience. I know, and I hate it, but also capitalism be like that sometimes.
outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Why didn't you actually go to Ayato? There we go.
touching. No, my sword.
Be still.
And that's why I have not played a modern AAA game in so long, right? Like, I don't have a Switch because Nintendo is kind of ass, even though they make some of the highest quality games. But like, I haven't played a mainline, like, a big AAA game in a long ass time. It's just been indie games for me. It's been indie and gacha games. Because I've just kind of lost faith in any big, company now at this point. This is Switch. I'm like, oh, I remember that. I remember seeing somebody playing 60 FPS, Tears of the Kingdom, on the PC, which I found incredibly hilarious. But also, I don't want to dig through really sketchy websites to find that. Final Fantasy VII Remake was dope. It felt a little lifeless to me. Like, it was cool, but it still felt a little bit lifeless to me. Like, it made buzz because it was a Final Fantasy VII Remake. But then it just kind of died out. I don't know. FF7R is one of the best games I've ever played. Really? Huh. I never played it. I only watched playthroughs of it, so I take my opinion with 3 tablespoons of salt. But to me, it just felt lifeless. I don't know how to describe it. And again, I have not actually played it. But like, compared to the Final Fantasy that I have played, i.e. Final Fantasy X and 13 of all games, it felt a little weird.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your born of ice and frost.
Okay. It's less of okay. So I watched the entire playthrough of the entire game, and then
This is order.
just the fact that everything died out regarding it.
Be still.
I don't know. It was like, I kind of forgot the game. It had no staying power for me. But also, I did not play it, so that's... I don't really have an opinion. Still is different. Yeah, true.
Escape.
Still, I love the combat in Seminar. So much fun. It does feel okay. I will give you that much. It did look like it was super fluid and fun. But also, it probably didn't help that my first exposure to FF7R was the Wayne Radio TV Fax Hell stream, in which he played the game for probably a total of 5 minutes over like a couple of hours. And then I watched the game elsewhere, but I don't know. And I guess it doesn't help that I'm not a huge fan of JRPGs. I'm not a massive fan. I played FF10. I played FF13. And like, I know FF13 is not a good game. Don't worry. I am fully aware. But yeah. That's why my attention mostly at this point is indie games, because they are doing some crazy fucking things right now. Streamers for the most part suck at games. True. I suck at games. Sometimes. Some games I can actually kind of slap at. Give me a Battlefield game, I go hard. But most other games, nah. Silksong will be. Don't remind me of Silksong. The only way I can cope with Silksong not being out right now is by forgetting about Silksong. That's the only way I cope about it right now. Is by just forgetting that's a game that's supposed to come out.
Born of ice and frost.
It's a good strategy. You should try it. You should try it.
Be still.
Because you also have to think, like I say, I've been waiting since like 2017. You first played this game this summer, right? Or like at the beginning of the year. I have been waiting for longer.
Access denied.
I have just started forgetting that Silksong exists.
No, my sword.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've also done that too. I've just kind of been like, Team Cherry is going to take all the time in the world that they need to make Silksong the best game they can. I'm just going to step back. I'm not going to follow anything. I'm just going to let them go. Goodbye, everyone. Gotta sleep. Okay. Good night, Sod. Have a good sleep. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna go get sweet tea because you repeat that. I'm pretty sure I've been waiting for Silksong for longer than you have, because I've been playing. I first played the game back in like 2017. So you don't know the pains of waiting for as long as I have.
Order guide you.
Yeah, so if it takes the Team Cherry another 3 years to make Silksong, you'll understand where I'm coming from with just forgetting the game exists. And like honestly, I'm like, part of me does not like Team Cherry for just going radio silent. But also it kind of helps with that strategy of them having no presence in the press. Very much makes the whole I'm just gonna forget about it in a watch pot never boils kind of thing. That makes it go faster almost.
No, my sword.
Be still.
Only thing I'm waiting for is Doctor Who. True. I have not watched anything after Flux. I watched Flux and all of my momentum regarding Doctor Who just fucking died. I know it's much better now, but ugh. Only thing I've not done Hollow Knight is the Pantheon. Yeah, I beat Radiance.
Stabilize.
And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I did I did a little bit of God Home, but I was like, nah. Once I finished Radiance, I was like, I'm good.
No touching.
Solidify. I will have order.
Oh, you torture? I don't know why he tortures himself like with that. I have absolutely zero idea.
Let me weave you a bow.
The depths beckon.
He keeps sending footage of him preparing, and I don't know why. I fully do not understand. I still haven't beaten Radiance. It took me a while. It took me a couple hours,
Cascade.
but I eventually got there. It was really fun. It's really, really rewarding to do. It is extremely rewarding.
Born of ice and frost.
Be still.
I still think Nightmare King Grim is better. I think NKG is still by far my favorite fight in that entire game, but Radiance was just out of its, like, just out of the, like, pure satisfaction and reward of doing it. Of Radiance, it's a close second for me. It's entirely about beating Bernie in a bet about using certain key. Oh, okay. That's it. That. The best thing about Silk Song is okay, yeah. I do like that. I don't understand the sudden like resurgence of voiceless main characters.
Rain outlines your fate.
Like
Know my sword.
for like the Knight it worked. For Joker it works.
Next up.
But like I don't too many people are starting to do it
Born of ice and frost.
after, because I think part of it was a mix of like Persona 5, because like voiceless MCs have been a thing for forever, but I just feel like there's been a recent resurgence. And I'm glad that Team Cherry is letting us play a character that actually has a fucking voice and like a personality and shit. It's great.
Be still.
No touching.
They have to be done so well for like voiceless MCs have to be done extremely well in order for me to like it.
Solidify.
And like Joker worked to an extent. It got a little annoying, but I think the rest of the Phantom Thieves really picked it up. Like, in order to have a silent protagonist, you have to have a very strong supporting cast, which, you know, Genshin does not. But like, Phantom Thieves made it work. I think the reason it worked in, I think the reason why it worked in Hollow Knight is because the interactions was not the point of the game. The point of Hollow Knight was the exploration and the fighting, so you didn't need a character that talked at all, because it wasn't really even about the story. I like Paimon, but she's really not enough. Exactly, she's not a strong enough supporting cast. The reason why it works in Persona 5 is because the Phantom Thieves are awesome. All of them are awesome. The reason why it works better in HSR is because the Nameless are all awesome. Like, it's a JRPG with a voiceless protagonist needs to have an extremely strong supporting cast, which is harder to write than just giving your protagonist a voice, in my opinion. What do I want to do? I have no idea. What do I have for wishes anyways? No idea. Okay, we're done with that. Let's go. There's like a world quest, right? Yeah, over here. Hollow Knight entirely isn't about the story, which is great because the story is so deeply ingrained. I love Hollow Knight lore. Oh my god, I love Hollow Knight lore. Oh, it's so good. Metroidvania stories are so fucking, like, when done well. Ooh. Hollow Knight story is basically the Pale King is an ass. Kind of. Kind of. It's more everybody was an ass. Everybody was a very selfish ass. In PGR, we don't really care about the commander. PGR takes kind of the same... PGR takes the same approach as HI3, right? Where it's like, you are kind of this faceless, voiceless commander kind of thing. If I remember correctly. Because that's a strategy I do like. Making the player completely separated, does not faceless, voiceless. You are a commander or a general or just kind of the player. And everybody, there's no voiceless protagonist. Everybody has a voice.
Nothing to fear.
Fuck off. I just fed a 20, dude. What the hell are you talking about? Come on. You can do it. You can load my 1,000 fucking artifacts. There you go. 1,500, sorry. Yeah, the commandant is way more important than the captain. Yeah, but that it's still kind of this strategy that I do like quite a bit.
I will have order.
I think it works to some extent.
Access denied. All hail.
Hold on, why is Spotify shut up?
Kamisato Ari. Suiyu. Be still.
Chill. Chill. Okay, I need to change teams. Boop, boop, boop. Thank you. So yeah, maybe I get back into PGR. Just as like a filler game. As a filler gacha. Or again to HI3. You're the Hollow. Oh yeah, it's the Hollow Knight though. Oh, I've also I have a bunch of games in my Steam library that I've been wanting to get into. I have fucking Inscription that I keep meaning to play, and like, it sounds right up my alley. It sounds straight up my alley, but I have not gotten around to it. I'm opening my Steam library. Like, I have a fucking massive Steam library. I played like a couple of hours of Spiritfarer. I want to get back into that because I've heard the ending is fucking so sad. I'm actually playing. Oh, don't worry. I don't, Magikarp. I fucking don't. I have way too many games in my Steam library. It is kind of obscene. I am Puro. Member of the Order of the Skeptics in charge of guarding this place. Catherine told us to look for Nagar Juicitas. That's Spanish. That's not. I read that like fucking Spanish. Nagar United. What? It's just a derogatory term for those guys from the rainforest have. Oh, okay. Nagar Juna. Espanol. Let me How do they dare they call such a great hero? And our first Nanapati by his given name. Wait, why am I telling you outsiders this? Are you two spies from the academia? We're here to take care of a problem. Of a problemo. I did not. Oh, fuck. I accidentally opened VS Code. Give me a second. VS Code, go away. I don't need you. Okay, there we go. Still, I believe that the academia is full of cowards who would never dare to step foot in the desert. I won't lie, you've impressed me. Of course, Lord Nusuraya has said that we wouldn't have been reduced to this state if we weren't for them. Hopefully we get some Spanish stuff in either Fontaine or Atlant. Either Spanish. I hope, like, my personal hope is Natlan is entirely indigenous South America. I don't want Spanish in Natlan. I want indigenous languages. Granted, I'm not from there, so whatever. Yeah. But I think that would be really cool to see. What is a shabby drum? You call this a token? Did Catherine mix things up? You guys don't think you could bribe me with such a small thing, do you? Leave now or things will get nasty. You don't understand. Sparrows. Natlan just feels like a place I belong. Bro, we haven't gotten there. Okay.
Solidify.
The fuck you mean? Cease, I say. Yeah, you got slapped by a Hutao. Lady Sorush, why did you didn't have to attend to such trivial matters personally, let alone in front of these outsiders. We party up here before whoever we wish, and our volition is not for your mere mortals to question. How dare you overstep your boundaries? Yeah, how many games do I have? I have 226 games in my I have 226 games in my Steam library. I have not played a very large majority of them. I mostly just play fucking Battlefield 4 at this point. I play HSR and BF4. That's like it. Got it. Okay, I see. I see where you're coming from. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I have like what? I have all of the BioShock games I have to play. I got like halfway through Black Mesa. I need to finish that. I got 8 hours into Black Mesa. I have Borderlands 1 and 2. I have played Celeste. That's a good point. Yeah, you could probably count all the games that I haven't played, or like count the games I have played easier than counting the games I haven't, or I've started and not gotten very far into. Would you ever consider doing a Hollow Knight stream on the Pantheon? I don't know. I feel like maybe. I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. If we don't, huge hole. You refer to the sign of the Apaosha, then. And you wish to quell this calamity with mere mortal coils? How presumptuous. It is the duty of us party to eradicate the signs of Apaosha, an endeavor that I, Sorush, shall give to all to accomplish. To quell this calamity, I must follow the footsteps of the divine bird, Simurg, and sacrifice everything that one might call Sorush. To stand in my way is not a sin that one such as you may bear. See Murg. Murg. I don't know. It's a good guess. I'm sure, but Paimon doesn't think that we'll need you to sacrifice yourself. I actually should probably keep music on because my streams keep getting copyright claimed from the people that are falsely claiming Haya versus music. You shall receive remuneration from this guild of yours so long as the calamity is probably not. Still, do not forget to extol my virtues and laud my accomplishments. After all, even the greatest heroes shall require mere mortals like you to sing of their deeds. But Lady Sarush, the Vishnanapati. Man, I don't. Too many syllables in one word. I could do at best 3 in languages that I don't understand. I've decided as a party that my word is law. All right, follow me. I shall take you to the leader you spoke of. But gird yourself all at the same time. That which lies ahead is not a place that beings can easily set foot in. Alrighty. There's something so funny about Paimon, about people referring to Paimon and Traveler as mortals. It is really, like, we're not entirely sure if the Travelers, if either of them are mortals, but it's very unlikely. So there is most definitely an actually going on there. I made something for a school project in Illustrator and I could tell something is wrong, but I have no idea what I could do to fix it. I hate Illustrator, so I have no way to help.
With the wind.
I do not have an visual artistic sense. If it's not photography, I'm lost.
No, my sword. Rain cutter.
Yeah, when it comes to visual arts, if it's not photography, I'm fucking lost.
Order guide you.
Which I find so strange, but you know, it's whatever.
Go.
Like something is off with your illustration, or there's illustrators bugging the fuck out. My issue is using Illustrator. My issue is that something wrong with my picture. I don't specifically know what's wrong with. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Again, I've got nothing, my guy. I'm good with words. That's it. If you're asking me to proofread an essay, I've got you. But like, when it comes to anything visual, nope. I'm not paying attention to what they're saying, but you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Beth here is now dotted with great crystals. When I last left, it was not yet so. Great crystals? You mean these crystals we've been seeing anywhere? Paimon's had her eye on them for a while now. What are they? Great crystals are remnants of the Black Fire's ember, proof that this land has suffered a great calamity. The Black Fire? It's entirely the colors that are off as well. Ooh. Oof. I hate that. Okay, that is one thing I do understand at least somewhat from photography is colors slightly. Not very much, but because like dealing with colors in illustration is completely different from dealing with colors in photography, but Something I vaguely understand. Though the gap was blocked by the great tree, the dark fires fell to spread like seeds, and the countless dark and painful memories released by that corruption began to layer down roots and sprout. This persisted still till the honored lord of Kavarena, probably okay. The divine bird Simur drank the primordial water left behind by our god before transforming herself into Kavarena. And all kinds of okay, yep, this is a story that we've heard from many different like viewpoints. Although one thing I do find interesting about Sumeru is it played with this idea of like this one event happening with Rukhtavata, the flower goddess, and the other guy. What's his name? Fuck, what's his name? Why am I blanking? I should know this. Deshret, that's it. Like, it plays with this idea of the story of Deshret from so many different viewpoints, and like, it's super cool because that's kind of that's what mythology does a lot of times. One peoples will come up with, you have a story to explain one thing, and then that peoples will split off, and that one story will drift into different directions from like those fractured groups, and that's how you get these variations on myths and mythology. And Sumeru does that a lot. Like, that's the kind of the entire point, is the core of Sumeru is the story of Deshret, and throughout all the different regions that we've gotten from Sumeru so far, we've kind of seen the story of Deshret from so many different camera angles and from perspectives, like different worldviews. It's really, really cool. Okay. Help, my cat caught my headphones. She's just having fun. You changed the coffin. Your cat's just having fun. Let them have fun. My cats do that all the time. I have some chew marks on my headphone wires, which like would freak me out if these weren't replaceable cables, but they are because high-end headphones. Ooh. He deserves to have fun. He does. He's just a baby. He's just a cat. He's trying his best. He's already destroyed one pair? Yeah, okay. That's the price that you pay for having a cat, to be honest. I had to leave for like 30 minutes. Phantom's cat is attacking their headphones. That's about it. And we've been playing the Sodrish World Quest. Yasna Pati, you say? Yasna, Colin, The Way of Kings, the Stormlight Archives. It's been really funny. I got my dad to listen. So my parents are in Texas right now, seeing family and whatnot. And so my mom was begging my dad to go, was begging my dad to get an audiobook to listen to on the drive down so he wouldn't bug her. So I talked to my dad into getting The Way of Kings and listening to The Way of Kings, and he finally did it. And so I've got another one. I'm hooking another one on the Stormlight Archives, and it feels good. I completely agree with. Yeah, it's such a cool little thing that they're exploring with Sumeru, and like there are different like motifs and like things that they do with different regions, but I think the Deshret story trio is probably my favorite thing that they've done, but like my favorite gimmick that they've had so far. Your parents are in Texas. I will be at your house when I get back from the island if we could do drugs. They get back on Tuesday. So as long as you're here before Tuesday. Yeah, so you're gonna miss the window. My meet and greet went well. Good. That's good. No thanks to you. I am on the other side of the fucking country, Ranger. I'm not gonna fly to Florida or wherever the hell you are right now. Well, you're the bad boy who does the drugs? I don't, actually. I don't do drugs. Mostly because I've never actually had, like, the motivation to do any. I could try weed if I wanted to. I've just never had, like, the desire to. I have plenty of friends that smoke and shit. I've just... the speed. I mean, okay, I do microdose meth technically. That's what my ADHD meds are. It's just microdosing meth, but so haphazard. I've not been paying attention. I macrodose Benadryl to make the Hat Man real. What's your point? I don't know. If this is whale on speed, then off streaming must be the most chill. No. I am always... Usually, okay, it's weird because, like, streaming is something that chills me out quite a bit, honestly. Because, like... when I'm hanging out with my friends, I am very hyper, very bouncy and, you know, crazy. But when I'm on stream, I am more chill than usual. At least I feel like. I don't know. That's why I like streaming so much, is because it's almost like therapeutic to a point. He goes back to his charging bay after stream like a Roomba. Pretty much, honestly. After stream, I'm probably gonna go upstairs, chill with my dog, and watch HLVRAI again. Or keep watching Kill la Kill. Yeah. All your classes are in person. Yeah, they are. This coming semester, yeah. Super huge crystals all over the place, even bigger than the ones we saw before. Okay, so these are crystals. That's weird. 6-phase ice. No. These were once huge trees that used to seal and subdue the creatures of the darkened depths. The power of defilement has corrupted them, warping them into such forms as you see now. Since the monsters have been sealed, it sure doesn't look like anyone needs to sacrifice themselves again. I got all mine online this semester. Super excited. Thinking of getting Frontier Unlimited Flight Pass so I can come to the island more often. Sure. That would be a crazy... Okay, that would be actually kind of cool, to be honest. I think you've watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend again. I don't know, because so this summer so far, I've already rewatched Violet Evergarden. I've already rewatched place further in the universe. I've started trying to get myself to watch new TV, but like I'm not good at watching new shows. I barely got back. I've already rewatched Madoka Magica too. Like I have not tried Oshinoko. That's on Oshinoko is on my to watch. I should probably make a my anime list account so I can keep track of the things I want to watch. So I must use the power of Caverna to reopen the way. Hey, wouldn't that just release the monsters again? They took so much effort to steal too. Must open the path to the sign of Apaosha. The way to the rift in the earth was sealed long ago and can lead to the darkness again. But this is exactly why that sealed rift does indeed connect to the illusion of the abyss. We need only to use the great songs of Caverna to stabilize the seal before initiating the rite of Chinvat. That's an interesting word. To pass the darkness and reach the sign. There's a lot of stuff that I do not know. First episode is 1 hour. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember talking about it last stream or last week, last Sunday. I do really want to watch it. I just, again, I'm very bad at watching new shows. I have been forcing myself to watch Kill la Kill. I've been loving it. It's just I'm forcing myself to watch it because I'm just not good at paying attention to new things. Once I do watch them, I'll obsess over them, and then like it'll happen to like Madoka Magica where I will just put it in the background and watch it over and over and over again for like while I write, or I've been writing a campaign for Call of Cthulhu for my friends. I put Madoka Magica in the background for that. After that, we could open the path of darkness and just as Legends holds the first Nagarjuna in the party did. It's all about starting the show. Yeah, but also again for me, I got like 4 episodes into Kill la Kill, and I stalled out quick because I'm just not good at new media. Like once I finish the show, once I force myself to finish the show, it's like in my bank of things I will rewatch regularly. That's why I've been rewatching Half-Life VR AI, because I love that series. It's hilarious. It's so funny. And I am waiting for the finale of Gnome. Fucking Wayne needs to stop playing Tears of the Kingdom or Gollum or whatever and fucking finish Gnome. Does Soder not also say that she wishes to imitate the sacrifice of Sumerik? The world is built upon conflict and sacrifice after all. That's what Soder says, sure, but that's way too irresponsible, you. Says the guy who's been talking this whole time. Basically, no, only the party who has been chosen as the Bloom Guard can touch the great songs. But our current envoy, ooh, that's an interesting word. That makes me suspicious immediately. Has yet to obtain that right. Is that so? For all that bluster, you really aren't all that, huh, Sorish? You just speak to me like that, pale floater. That's an interesting. Okay, I don't like that. Paimon isn't a pale floater. Are you just doing the party quest? Yeah. No mind to think. Yeah, I'm not the Hollow Knight legacy. I'm not the Hollow Knight. You shall see the binding light that plagues the dreams. Yep. Hollow Knight be a really well written game. Do, 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 do. 10 hours of nothingness for a few lore drops. That's kind of how Sumeru is at this point. Because, like, they've kind of covered all that they can at this point. like anything else, and they would probably start dipping into major reveals for Fontaine. Or like stuff that's reserved for Fontaine. I'm not blaming you for enjoying Hollow Knight. It's a very good game. I just find it funny how we have long passed that topic and you're still quoting it at me. Okay, so what does... I still wish we could use multiple gadgets at once, because we're getting so many fucking gadgets. It's like Flappy Bird controls, what the fuck? Okay. Is that it? Special four-leaf sigils can be affected by the power of Amrita and Bimu my Sarush. Press Sarush interact skill to pick them up and place them where they need to be. Huh. Okay. Or I could just do this. Shit, no, you can't grab onto them. Fuck. Ooh. Hold on. Idea. Get fucked. Okay. Okay, so what does Sarush, like, actually do? Is this how they look like now? How pathetic. Kazuha breaking. No, okay, Kazuha, no, not at all. It's Greg. Greg is the one that breaks the major mechanics where you can do entire Sarush sections with just Greg. I did that last week, or like 2 weeks ago, whenever I last played this area. There was an entire section where you needed Sarush to do it, and I just used Greg. I'm gonna have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Legacy. Thank you for popping in. Okay. So you can open this up, right? Yeah, and then oh, that's actually really cool. Holy shit. So then where does it want me to put it? Although, okay, I saw a really interesting theory. Oh, wait, no. I see what it wants. I saw a really interesting theory that this Sarush, like, 3-axis movement is testing testing how players respond to 3-axis movement for Fontaine, for like swimming. Okay, no, that's too far. What does it want? Can I not bring it this far over? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what it wants, where it wants me to bring this. I'm just gonna bring it up a bunch, and then we're gonna call that good. Yeah, the theories are that this is just all test. This is all just testing for
One with nature.
This is all just testing for 3-axis movement, swimming. Hello? I actually don't know what this wants of me. Just gonna kind of... Okay, sure. I think it's just over there. Which it actually plays really nicely. Like, that's not awful. If swimming controlled like this, that might actually be neat. Really hope underwater exploration is something substantial, not just some gimmick we forget. Yeah, I do too. I feel like I want it to be something that sticks around. Like, I want coastal exploration. If they're gonna do swimming, I want it to be just full on, like, it expands to everywhere else. Like, I want to explore off the coast of Mondstadt and Liyue. Like, I want to swim in here. Like, I want to see what's, like, maybe extend it to, like, this. Like, this line. Give me, like, this coast to explore. Not too far. Or, yeah, like, swim in here. That would be so cool. Underwater's just the abyss. I mean, no. Like, fuck this area. We don't know what that is. But, like, this area would be really cool to explore. And this lake. I want this lake. That would be really cool. This is all too shallow. Yeah, these dark patches. No, that just means that's deeper. Like, yeah. I just want a couple of areas outside of Fontaine that we can explore underwater.
Follow the wind.
What's up with you, my guy? Woo! What cool gameplay gimmicks do you have to offer that I'm gonna completely ignore?
Higher, higher, hands on fire! Jackpot! Go!
Oh, okay, you're talking like actually genuinely like a void of nothing. Yeah, no. I mean, it is, but... eh. It would be really cool if they did, and it's not like Hoyoverse is lacking in resources to do that. To be all things considered. Continue onward. I'm working on it. Thank you, quest marker. Sorush can use her power to extract this energy and channel it into the vines. Some tree vines have been affected by gray crystal and require additional Cavarena energy to yada yada. Okay. So if I E. And E. Please just rework Geo again. Yeah. That's all. That's the main thing that we need right now is a Geo rework. We're not gonna get one for a while, but here's to hoping.
The wind knows me.
Maybe they do just go back to Liyue and like fix a bunch of stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, so here's a story. So, yeah, my parents are currently in Texas, and so when we go to Texas, there are two places that we go to in Austin regularly. Best two places. If any of you guys here are from North America and are in Texas, are in Austin, there is a bookstore called Book People. And right across the street, there's a record store called Waterloo. So we go to Book People, one of the greatest indie bookstores I have ever been to. We get a book or two, and then we walk across the street and we go to Waterloo. We're not huge vinyl people, but we do like going there just to get the occasional obscure vinyl because their selection is absolutely crazy. So my parents went there. My mom asked, "Hey, do you have anything I should be keeping an eye out for?" Which is an extremely dangerous thing to ask me of all people. But I gave her a couple of suggestions, and she was able to find one of them. It's "We Will Always Love You" by the Avalanches, and apparently my choice impressed the record, like the dude running the counter. Which you know you've made a good choice when you impress the guy working at the record store. Like there's nothing like more affirming in your tastes than impressing a guy that runs an indie store that specializes in that specific thing. Like there's nothing more affirming in your music taste when you like impress a guy working in an indie record store. Like there's nothing else like it. There are a lot of stuff in Liyue that are left unexplained. Yeah, and that implies that we're gonna have to go back to Liyue one of these days. But there's a lot of things that shouldn't be left to revisiting and could just be fixed. You know, like Geo. If you guys haven't listened to the Avalanches though, give them a listen. They're very, very good. Listen to Since I Left You, their first album, one of the best albums I have ever heard. Oh my god. Shut. So I finished Doodle. Oh my god, me as a Roomba, I'm assuming. Okay, that's really good. That's actually hilarious. Hold on, let me pull this up on stream. That is actually really funny. Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, no, that's what I do. I clean for a while, I stream for a while, and then afterwards I go and recharge. That's hilarious, I love that. So yeah, now I need to actually get a fucking record player that works. Because I have really nice monitors. I have really nice speakers that I got to work with the record player I had, but that doesn't work anymore. So I need to get a new record player so I can actually listen to my vinyls. Grr. Because I actually have a substantial amount of vinyls. I have the Celeste soundtrack. I have the Undertale soundtrack, all from Fangamer. Fangamer is the most dangerous fucking website in existence. Oh my god. I have Nurture and Worlds by Porter Robinson. I have The Wall. I have Simon Garfunkel. I have a couple of other ones, and then I just got We Will Always Love You, which is again one of my favorite vinyls. Or one of my favorite albums. But yeah, vinyl is still very much a thing. Like, I don't know if, at least in the States it is, vinyl collecting is still a big thing. I don't know why. There's just something so neat about having such an analog representation of music. And like listening to it through that, there's just something so neat about it. And like, for me, it's all about tactility. Like, that's the reason why I've spent money on a very good mechanical keyboard. That's why I hate my, like, the weirdest thing, I hate my my washer and dryer because the buttons don't have any response to them. There is no tactility to them. Like, for me, it's just tactility, and having that physical feeling of putting an album on the turntable and pressing play and hearing the crackle a little bit, like hearing faint crackle. It's just a very cool way of listening to the music. Vinyls have been resurging around the world. Yeah, exactly. And they've never fully gone away. They've never fully gone away, but they are definitely resurging now. I'll never understand humanity. I don't either, but it's just kind of a neat hobby. For music lovers, it is a very neat hobby to have. Cassette tapes are also coming back. Yeah. I have noticed the cassette tape thing. I don't understand the cassette tape nearly as much. My god, my boom arm is struggling. I might need to get a new one. My boom arm is very much struggling with my microphone. I think the springs are losing their tension. Humanity does not. Yeah, exactly. About the new Lovejoy EP a few weeks ago. They had cassette tapes. It was hilarious. Yeah, okay. I've been very tempted to, for like 2 seconds, the Fangamer sold the Celeste B-side tracks on cassette tapes, which is such a cool gimmick. I'm assuming you have to do this in like a certain order or something, or in a certain time limit. Yeah, certain order, I'm assuming. I just feel like cassette tapes are more of a gimmick than anything. Vinyl is like actually just it's less gimmicky. It's still gimmicky, but it's not quite as bad. But again, I also understand it because there is something insanely tactile about cassette tapes. It's just so satisfying. But yeah, I recommend if you have the money to get into it, because vinyl is not cheap. But if you get the money to get into it, I recommend it. Especially if you're a music lover. If you don't like music, then yeah, don't do that. But it's a fun hobby. It's very much a fun hobby. Because like something I've like something that vinyl has actually gotten me to doing is like something that vinyl has actually forced me to do is it's forced me to start listening to albums as a cohesive work instead of just listening to single tracks. Because for the longest time, I would only listen to like isolated tracks. Because, you know, dance music be like that. But like getting into vinyl, you kind of have to listen to entire tracks. How do you undo the blockage? Got it. That makes sense. So yeah, now that I have a vinyl to where you can't really put on a single song, it's very impractical to just, I want to listen to this one song, so I'm going to put on a vinyl. Like, listening to vinyl forces you to listen to an entire work, an entire album, which is something that is like, it's kind of regaining a sense of like attention span that you get lost in this like whole TikTok algorithm world. So like forcing yourself to sit down and listen to a cohesive work of music for 45 minutes to an hour is really refreshing. And adding that on top of the whole tactility thing, the physical feeling of putting an album on a turntable. It's just soothing. It's kind of meditative. Almost. It's almost meditative. It's like Taylor Swift fan. I will listen to her new stuff. I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. Weirdly enough, I'm a dance music guy, which doesn't really lend itself to what I just said, but you know, I find my ways. There are enough dance producers that release their stuff on vinyls.
No, my sword. Rain outlines.
It also kind of appeals to my whole collector thing. I like collecting shit. It appeals to that, which is much more irrational. I just like to have cool things. Just because they listen to albums quite a bit. Yeah, well, okay, but it also helps that Taylor Swift actually is very like. She's very good at writing albums. Like, yes, her individual music is good, but like she is very good at writing cohesive albums as like entire works. There's a bunch of places you can buy CDs and vinyls where I live, but mostly popular stuff. Yeah, that is one thing I don't like about record stores is it's mostly popular stuff. There is a place in my college town that has vinyls. I haven't really looked at their selection nearly as much as I probably should because they're also a used bookstore. That's what I usually go to them for. But they do have vinyls too, and I've been tempted to pick up one or two things there. But they also have like they also have cassettes, they have CDs, they have a bunch of stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of popular stuff. Most record stores now are plagued with the whole Adele problem, where it's like a lot of really popular like pop singers will mass print their stuff on album, and so they'll just flood record stores with those albums. Most disappointing thing to me is that they don't have MCR CDs. Actually, they used to, but not anymore. Oof, that's sad. I can't hear about collections these days without thinking about it. Oh, hell no. I collect physical shit. Books and vinyls. And just like memorabilia. I have... My room is kind of like just a weird collection of knickknacks in like memorabilia. I have a lot of posters, but like really like collectible posters. I have a Nurture Live concert poster. I have a Pashmina from when I went to go see Sebtronics. I have the Undertale and Celeste video game, like the OSTs on vinyl. I have way too many William Faulkner novels. Oh my god, I have a problem. Yeah. I have way too many rare Faulkners. It's kind of dumb. I don't know why. Of all of my hyperfixations, it had to be William Faulkner. I don't understand myself sometimes. But no Bored Apes? Yeah, exactly. I'm such a poser. I have things that actually have value. It's crazy. I'm so boring. I actually like collect things that have intrinsic value and are entirely artificially inflated to shit.
Follow the wind.
This song on the Spotify kind of sounds like it's from Bee and Puppy Cat. Or it sounds like it would fit in Bee and Puppy Cat. Find people buying code. It was so dumb. Like we still do it, but it's not nearly as widespread now. And it makes me happy that that entire fad is dead. Yeah, the Spotify music that you're hearing, the lo-fi, it kind of reminds me of Bee and Puppy Cat.
Into the wind.
Do you do anything when I do this? Ooh. What is going on? I'm very lost right now. Sure, that made sense to me. I collect CDs of bands that I like and books, but my book obsession turned into a manga obsession. My bookshelf is oversaturated. Yeah, I have too many books. I've also kind of been running into that problem.
Brings a smile to my
Cause like so I ran across, and like this is a whole impulse spending. I don't have any self-control kind of thing. So yeah, I collect rare editions of books by William Faulkner, American author, early 20th century American author. Weirdest pull, I know, but it's whatever. And so I have a bunch of his books. I have a bunch of paperbacks that I actually read, and then I have a bunch of first editions, and I have a couple of other non-first edition but still rare editions of his works. And so there's a rare bookstore in like an hour away from me, and they have a first edition signed copy of a Fable, which is one of Faulkner's Pulitzer Prize winning works. And it's for $1,100, and I have put so much effort into not driving down there and buying it because only 1,000 copies were signed by him. And I so much effort not to spend 1,100 bones on a fucking book. But like, it's interesting because books are actually almost like always extremely safe investments because they actually hold value like nothing else. Like, books are one of the best things to put investments into because they hold a lot of value really, really well. And they also stay in good condition for a very long time. Zurvan, the first party. Huh. And like, I went down there. I went down to that bookstore and held that copy. I held the book. Because like, A Fable is one of my favorite books, like, ever. It's such a fantastic book. And I held the book, and oh my god, it is in fucking perfect condition. Holy shit. I want it so badly. I want it so badly. I mean, I never get into an impulse to buy, but sometimes my hyper interest into political clicks in such a weird way. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that somewhat. You just get super interested in certain things. In just like the weirdest way. But yeah, my book collection is getting like just my books. My book, I have too many books on my bookshelf. I need a prune. You'll despise yourself if you go there one day and find somebody else bought it. Two things. One, it's a really obscure book. Two, it's in their back room where they keep their more rare books that you have to have like supervision to go into. And three, I've checked their website, they still have it in stock. So I'm good. And it's been there for quite a while, so yeah. I'm waiting for my first paycheck pretty much.
Time to go.
And before getting it. I've just kind of been spending a little bit too much money recently. Part of me is like, I need to hold back because I just bought 2 tickets to see Madeon at Red Rocks in October. I've been spending a little bit too much money. I need to save money for rent, but also Faulkner. My favorite author. This is a very pretty tree. I don't know what it is. I haven't been paying attention, but it's a very pretty tree. My next unreasonable impulse will be the Trigun manga reprint. I'm glad I got out of manga when I did. The only manga I have been even tempted to buy is Goodnight Punpun. That's it. Like, I have the first 37 issues of Naruto. And, like, that's the extent of my manga. And, like, 5 issues of Pandora Hearts. Like, that's it. There's a fucking domain over there. Let's go get that. And I'm kind of glad I'm not into manga, because my god, that is a money sink and a half. Holy shit. Manga is not cheap. And it takes up so much space on the shelves. Holy fuck. The entire Chainsaw Man Part 1 and the first 3 volumes of Fire Punch. I understand the Fire Punch and Berserk. And Chainsaw Man's pretty short, right? Mostly read scans, yeah. But I've been focused solely on Trigun since February. Yeah. 11 volumes, that's not bad. Compared to some other mangas out there, that's not bad. Yeah, I read the first book of Oyasami Punpun. I loved it. It was such a good manga. It's dark as hell, but it's so good. And part of me wants to get it, because also those spines are gorgeous. But like, that's the only manga I have actually ever been inclined to buy since I fell out of my Naruto phase. The only other tangentially related to manga thing I've ever bought is all of the not all of anymore. I have the first 8 Sword Art Online light novels. So yeah, that's my weird. I also have the Your Name light novel. That was interesting. Well, since we're talking about questionable habits, does going on Twitter count? Depends on what you use it for. It depends on what you use Twitter for. Yeah, those first 3 Berserk volumes alone, yeah. I honestly don't know what it is, like, legit. So I don't know if the movie was first or if it was, because it's written by Makoto Shinkai, right? Let me go grab it. I hate myself because middle school me threw away the dust cover. But yeah, it is literally written by Makoto Shinkai. And like, I don't know what it is, but it's like it's a very short book. It's like 180 pages. You know, he wrote it after, so in the afterword. To be honest, I didn't intend to write this novel. It may be rude to the readers for me to say something like that, but I thought Your Name worked best as an animated film. This book, Your Name, is the novel version of an animated movie I directed, which is scheduled to open in the summers of 2016. In other words, it's a novelization of a movie, but actually, as I'm writing this afterward, the movie hasn't been finished yet. They tell me it will take another 3 months or so to complete. That means the novel will go out into the world first, so if you ask me which is the original work, the movie or the novel, I'd have to say it's complicated. Writing this book has altered some of my personal impressions as well. For example, Mitsuha was a pretty laid-back, optimistic kid, wasn't she? And Taki really is hopeless with women. It's likely to influence the post-recording when the actors and voice actors create the voices for us for the movie. This gift exchange between a movie and a novel was the first for me, and to tell the truth, it was a lot of fun. That's the first paragraph of the afterword. So yeah, okay, that's actually really interesting. He wrote this after writing Your Name, but released it while it was still in production. And it's actually kind of good. Like, it's a very short baby read. I read it in like 8th grade, I think, 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that. I like it. It's really good. It's missing the beauty of Makoto Shinkai movies, but like the visual beauty of it, but I did like it. It was actually kind of neat. So, I don't know. That's like all of the Japanese books I have on my bookshelf. Oh wait, Trigun is printed by Dark Horse? Huh. I did not know that. You know, weirdly enough, I've never actually seen Your Name. I know it's gorgeous. I've seen snippets of it. The only Makoto Shinkai movie I have seen in earnest is 5 centimeters per second. That's the only Shinkai movie I have seen in earnest. Basically, there was no printing for years, and because of the new anime, they actually announced a reprint of the deluxe edition. Oh, nice! Great movie. The story is beautiful. I love the story of Your Name, but the visual and music complete it. And I know, like, I love Makoto Shinkai as a director. He makes, like, him and his team make some beautiful fucking movies. Even from the scenes of Suzume that I've seen, holy shit. It's such a gorgeous, Shinkai movies are fucking gorgeous. Which is why I love 5 centimeters per second as much as I do. Like, it's one of his older works, and it's at times it's just straight up boring, but my god, the visuals carry it. Radwimps killed it with the soundtrack, yeah. Also, something very funny happened to the fandom before it was announced, with the Twitter user in the fandom accidentally boosting the sales. Oh, is that what that was? That's what that was. That was Trigun. Okay. I kept seeing shit about it on Twitter, and nobody mentioned the book, what they were talking about. Nobody. So I dug and was trying to figure out what the fuck they were talking about because it was trending for a while. I was trying so hard to figure out what they were fucking talking about. I could not figure out what it was, but it's Trigun. Okay, that makes sense. For the life of me, I could not figure it out. Yeah, it was Big List. Yeah, and this is how you lose the time war. Exactly. Oh my god. A major life mystery has been answered. My god. Wow, okay. I can die now. I could die happy now. Knowing that that was Trigun that they were talking about. I think that's all the books I have that are of Japanese origin. I do have an abridged version of Tale of Genji. Oh, I also do have an abridged version of Tale of Genji in Japanese. I forgot about having that. That's one of the coolest books I own. I don't know where my webcam is. I can't show you guys it. I think I've shown it on stream before. Yeah, I have a copy of The Tale of Genji, which is the first novel, written by a Japanese woman, which is so cool alone. But I have a copy of it in Japanese. It's so cool. It's so cool to have. Followed the story since the beginning. It was wild. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. So that entire story is completely like lost to me. Okay. Well, that's it for those stones blocking the way. Still getting the way. There's just a dendro. I wonder what that's trying to hint at. Oh, hi. Fuck. Okay, sure.
Stabilize.
Didn't expect you guys.
The wind knows me.
Let me weave you a verse.
This is order.
You know, my voice isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I went to a soccer game last night. Yeah, I went to a soccer game last night, and so yeah, my voice got wrecked. We were shouting at that ref. Oh my god, he had no idea what he was doing. We were booing the fuck out of that ref. How was it? We tied 0-0. We should have won, but one of our players didn't place a PK that we got, and the ref dicked us over so badly. I have to like hit him about it. Yeah, you do. Cause like, Moise, I don't know how to say his name, but he got Bambito. We'll call him Bambito. Got a red card when on the softest fucking tackle I have ever seen. It was so dumb. So we were playing with 10 men. We were playing a man down for a while. It's honestly a miracle we got out of that with a draw. Never got interested in any sports. I think the only reason, Chrissy, that I actually care about soccer in any way, shape, or form is because I played it for probably 15 years. Soccer as in like soccer, like football. Like the first emoji that you spent, not rugby. Yeah, we yeah, the only reason why I actually care about soccer specifically is because I played it for so long. That's it. Maybe not 15 years. Closer to 10, 12, something like that. I don't know when I started. When did I start playing soccer?
Time to go.
I've been playing soccer for a very long time. we'll say that. And I played soccer competitively for a very long time, so that's the only reason why I care about it as much as I do. Every other sport, yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really care. I'll go to sporting events just because I find them fun. But yeah, I don't follow sports very much. I don't even follow soccer really anymore. The only reason why I know what's going on is because my brother is a huge fan. So, and my brother and my parents are huge fans, so they'll put updates in chats in the group chat. I only care about baseball, but hey, I'm Dominican. Yeah, true. I find baseball boring as hell, but, you know, to each their own. When it's as much of a cultural, like, touchstone as it is for Dominicans, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Weird that I live in soccer country and I can't stand it. That's not that weird. It's not too weird, I don't think, at least.
No, my sword.
You aren't obliged to enjoy something just because you live in a country where it's absolutely huge.
One with nature.
Like, I hate football, American football. It's not a good sport. It's way too dangerous, and it's boring as hell. I'd rather watch rugby. I'd rather watch fucking cricket, of all things. I think the only... Okay, to be fair, cricket's actually really interesting. But yeah, like, I don't like American football, even though I'm an American. Yeah, I would be a very, very, like... I would be a very anti-sport, I don't follow anything person if I didn't have my brother as a brother and if I didn't play soccer for as long as I did. Oh yeah, this is the one that I did with Greg that you're not supposed to do with Greg. The water level is, yeah, that's a thing that you're supposed to do. Yeah, you're supposed to do this one with Sodush, and you don't. What? Hold on, I don't know what I'm doing. Give me a second. Oh yeah, no, you use Sodush to move the thing, and then you do the, yeah, you got it. You know, I'm gonna be honest, cricket's a really cool sport. I have no idea what's going on in it, but it's really cool. It's really fun. Have you gotten to the door with Kanya? I have not. Which is probably not very good Genshin Impact streamer, lore streamer of me, but hey, it's fine.
Go.
I'm thinking either Freddy or Mercury for Scotta rename. I like Mercury because it's way harder to describe. That's way harder to explain. Like people will ask, "Hey, why did you name your Scara Mercury?" Oh, that's a funnier question than why did you name them Freddy? How can you enjoy the thing without knowing what's going on? I have a small, easily entertained brain. Okay. I just see funny men go running back and forth, and I'm like, oh, funny. Yeah, exactly. He's a liquid metal at room temperature.
The wind knows me.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Order
Like I did the same thing with rugby. I'll watch sevens. Like I'll watch rugby sevens, and it's fascinating. I have no idea what's going on, but I love it. Might name him Living Bohemian Rhapsody performance. Love that. Yeah. Almost as good of a name as Greg. Why is there a storm here? Because Teyvat. Don't worry about it.
Into the wind.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
But there's also just something so fun about watching sports that you have no idea the rules of. Like, it's kind of fun trying to piece together what is going on. Like, it's kind of a puzzle to a point, right? And I like doing it because every time you do it, you forget what like you figured out the next time you watch it, because we don't watch cricket or rugby very regularly. It'll just occasionally come on, and we're like, huh, let's try and figure out what's going on again. It is the most white American thing you could possibly imagine, but it's really funny. So many chests. Huh. Okay. So we have to find a thing. Trying to 100% before the Fontaine comes out, and my god, is it frustrating? Gotta love it. I respect that. I would not be able to do that.
Order guide you.
Because weirdly enough, I don't hate myself.
Higher, higher, dance on fire.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Rain outlines your fate. Treasure hunting. A valiant
Fuck off. I do have enough space. You just don't want me to. I don't
body
know.
and mind.
I had an idea going on there. It did not go as I planned. Hate myself for not being able to 100% see Mario. It's a big region, okay? Give yourselves guys a little bit of slack. It's a very big region. It also has like actual puzzles.
Into the wind.
There's a lot going on.
Cross over.
Boop.
Aw, what a cute.
Ugh, is there an artifact I can feed?
Treasure.
I like 100%ing games like Hollow Knight that don't have too much stuff, but I could never even attempt it in Genshin. Yeah, that's like, that's me. I'm a similar way. Like, games like, I actually haven't 100%ed too many games. I think the biggest game that I've properly 100%ed was A Hat in Time, which is not a big game, which, yeah, shows you my attention span. But like, if it's of a reasonable size, yeah, I will 100% that makes sense. But if it's like a Final Fantasy game, fuck that. I'm not gonna 100% Final Fantasy X. You cannot tell me otherwise. It may be a very good game. I'm not gonna do that. Need to grab that.
Huh? Phew.
So yeah, if you guys can hear my voice going a little bit rough, it's because I was at a soccer game last night. Completely shitting on that ref. That man should not be reffing the MLS. Come on, Kazoo. Ah.
The wind knows me.
I think I even like cleared A Hat in Time fully with like achievements. I think I did all the Steam achievements for A Hat in Time, which I'm very proud of.
Let me read you a verse.
Because I think I got very bored while watching Critical Role one time. And so I was like, I'm just going to play A Hat in Time, this game I know inside and out, and just do all the achievements.
Aw, what a cute treasure coffin. Go.
Okay, I think I'm going to get this drum, and then I'm going to call it. Because I do have a dog that I have to look after. And some chores I have to do around the house.
Time to go.
Your coming was
One with
foretold.
nature.
Rain outlines your fate.
I do like the name of the achievement, once you reach the Conrad door, and then all hope. Oh, that's cool. A neat little Dante's reference.
Yeah, witness the power of good wild.
Little Divine Comedy reference. I think that's a Divine Comedy reference. Did that come from somewhere else? Or did that originate in the Divine Comedy? It is divine time. Okay. Because knowing stuff like that, it could have, like... Knowing stuff like that, it very well could have been, like, a... It was popularized in the Divine Comedy, but it comes from some extremely obscure, like, 9th century fucking scripture or something. Where are all the altars? What the fuck? Is in under, yeah, it's under Sumeru. Yeah, and Purgatorio and Paradiso are so fucking wild. Like, okay, so like I honestly think Purgatorio does the symbolism better than Inferno. But also, Paradiso should be read just by the fact that it's fucking batshit. It is crazy. Nothing makes sense in Paradiso. It is really funny. What are you? You're kind of cool. Huh. He's not aggroing me either, so no idea. What? Okay, are there any other over here? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the symbolism in Purgatorio is so much better to study than Inferno, just because of the fact that you like all the people doing this shit in like all the people doing the weird things in Purgatorio or in Inferno are suffering because they're suffering. That's part of their crimes. But in Purgatorio, they're doing that to atone for their sins, but that weren't really quite sins. And so like they're redeeming themselves, and it's much more interesting, I think, to study than Inferno, where they're just suffering to just suffer. There's also a little bit, from what I remember, there's a little bit less fanficky inserts. Oh, it's up here. Holy shit, that's so dumb. Everything about how the Divine Comedy is by definition self. Yeah, I know, it's really funny. And like Inferno does it the worst, but Inferno does it the worst. There's a little bit of it in Purgatorio and very little of it in Paradiso. Or not, I don't, it's been a while. But I just, it's most prominent in Inferno, I think, and it's really funny how that's where it's most prominent is in Inferno, where everybody's burning in hell. Well, let me actually get these. Would you look at that? Doing quests actually gets you Primo Gems. It's crazy. What do I wish? Who do I throw my wishes into? Do I save them? I did get Baiju. I don't know. Yai, sure. I don't fucking know. Dommy mommy. I'm doing this, okay, just for the record, I'm doing this not because I want Yai. I'm doing this to quell my gotcha. Like, my gotcha itches, because I'm saving for Silver Wolf. I did not want to do that. I need to save my wishes in HSR for Silver Wolf. And I keep, every time I open that game, I'm like, I need to pull. Okay. I'm gonna hold off to save my voice so I don't die. Ooh, hi, mushroom.
No, my sword.
If it wasn't for Kazoo, I would already be saving for Lanny. Yeah. Anyways. That is all for me for today. It was a good stream. I'm saving for Silver Wolf, but I'm low-key wishing I lost the 50-50 so I have a guarantee for Kafka. I'm also kind of the same way. If I get Silver Wolf, I'm cool, but if I lose the 50-50, that's a free Kafka. So, like, either way, I'm good. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next stream, 1.1. Woo! I'm so excited for next. I'm so excited for next stream. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 1.1. It's almost here. Like a day. Tomorrow or Tuesday, one of the two. Because usually the schedule is usual schedule says 6/6, June 6th, but the end of the stream said see you on the 5th, on June 5th. So who fucking knows? One of these days. But I will see you guys next Saturday for HSR, and for Silver Wolf Wishing and 1.1 stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you guys Saturday. Bye bye.